Hello, welcome back. So today I am featuring the new Love Notions Geneva pattern. This is brand new from Love Notions. It is a funnel neck pullover or front zip. It features three different views, either a front zip, a asymmetrical zipper along the raglan sleeve line, or a solid view. Now there's two pocket options, a welt or a zipper pocket, and specifically today, I'm going to walk you through how to do this zipper pocket option. It's different than any other zipper installation that I have done so far, so I thought that it would be great to have a video tutorial. This Geneva is finished by having a hem along the bottom edge. If you wanted to, you could easily hack this to have a waistband for the non-front zip option. So first, let's talk about what fabric I'm using. This pattern requires 20% stretch, and I am using some fabric that is a French Terry Fleece from Mily Mae Fabrics that just meets that requirement. So we'll see how that works when it's all finished up. This fabric has a flat front, but has a fuzzy back, so it's extra warm. I will also be using the hemmed sleeve rather than the thumbhole or cuffs, because I do find that this fabric with the lower stretch is not as comfortable for me as a cuff. So let's see how that goes. Otherwise, let's talk about the zippers. Okay, so for the zipper, you need a 7-inch zipper for the side pockets. I am going to be using a zipper that I already have. I got a whole variety pack years ago, and so I'm trying to use those up. So I am doing a solid black Geneva, but I'm going to do a fun pop of color for the zipper. So I'm choosing between either a burgundy, a hot pink, or a gray for the zipper. I think I'm leaning towards the hot pink, so I think that's what we'll end up doing. You'll want to, in order to get ready for this, the first step you want to do is to add interfacing to the wrong side of your pocket cutout on the front side panels. And then you need to change your thread to make sure on your standard sewing machine it matches the fabric color of your side panels as well. So once I get that going, I'll show you what the next step is. All right, so this is what the wrong side of the side pattern piece will look like with some interfacing added. Since this is a pretty staple fabric, I just used a thin iron-on. And then we will attach our zipper unzipped with the pull on the bottom, right sides together. So on the main side of the fabric, the main side of the zipper is along here. I've also gone ahead and taken my regular foot and switched out for a zipper foot. And what we will want to do is we're going to want to stitch along the teeth of this. So I'm going to move my needle to the left side, and then I will stitch So this is what the finished edge will look like. Now we will take our scissors and we're going to cut in at an angle, slight angle, up to here on both sides. So we'll fold the zipper over to the other side, pull out the fabric, and we're going to iron so that this is really flat. Now this will be visible along here, and we will top stitch it in another step. Okay, so this is the next kind of tricky step. So your zipper is laying flat. You have pressed this down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom, fold it straight up, and then we will be stitching along this line to encase the zipper. We're going to do that on both sides. So what we can see is once we flip it back over, it's now created a flat encasement of this. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay? So we'll press this one more time, and then we're going to top stitch along this edge along the black. And I will use an edge stitching foot for that. So I'm using an edge stitching foot, but I have the zipper. So what I need to do is I'm going to stitch up close to the zipper, stop with my needle in the down position, raise my presser foot up, and then I am going to zip the zipper up so that it moves past the foot. And then I'll put my foot back down and continue on. And this is what the final pocket zipper looks like on this side. And then we'll need to install the pocket bag. It's time to attach the pocket bag. What we'll do is place the wrong side of the side panels face up, and then you can choose how you want to lay the pocket bag, either right side or wrong side down, depending on if you want it visible with the open zipper. Then simply pin across the top of the pocket bag that's where you'll be stitching this attached to the side panels. If you have the same color thread for your bobbin, I would recommend stitching from the wrong side so you can see where the line is. I'd recommend clipping the pocket bags to the bodice on the side seam so that they stay together when stitching. Then you'll simply add the center bodice pieces, easing those in, and repeat the same process for the back. Then you will line up the front and back right sides together and clip along there, but hold off on stitching. Highly recommend using your sewing machine along the pocket bag side with the 3/8 inch seam allowance. This is because the zipper is right here, and I find that it catches where the zipper pull is with your serger if you're using that. Now, you could sew this with your sewing machine and then go back over it with a shorter seam allowance, which is what I will do. That might be the better option. Isn't this Geneva amazing? The pop of color from the zippers on the pockets is just so fun. The 20% stretch of the French Terry Fleece worked out just fine, and it's nice and warm and cozy with a structured look. I love the funnel neck, such an original look, and I can't wait to make another. Make sure that you follow me on Gabe and Zach on YouTube and Instagram. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Happy sewing!